Alright, y'all, welcome back to Rooster Crow and TV, man. It's been a minute, but we back, you heard me. Hey, keep in mind, it costs $0 and 0 cents to hit that subscribe button right now. Not even be fair and price match and do the same thing if you hit that like button right now. You feel me? Hey, check this out. This one right here actually took place last year, November 24th, right? But the video just got released a few days ago. Two officers involved shooting in a domestic violence, you know. This took place in New York, over in Springfield, and this guy, Rondell Goppy, he was actually a security guard for one of those companies up there. I believe it was Connie or something like that. He was a security guard for him, but before the shooting actually took place, I guess him and his wife was already in court, and the judge had ordered his gun be taken away from him due to a domestic violence, situation. But whatever, something happened in court, and his gun was then given back to him. So after he received his firearm and everything, I guess the domestic violence just kept going on, and that leads us to this point where we got this video. And I'm gonna let you guys see the video here in a second. But let me just give you a rundown of what took place before the video. So the incident happened around, let's say, 12:45 on November 24th at the home on 179th Street near 146 Road in Springfield Gardens. Authorities say a 41-year-old woman had walked into the 105th precinct to report domestic violence case, and the officers then accompanied her back to her residence to collect her belongings. The video shows them talking with the woman in her living room when all of a sudden, Goppy appears at the front door and opened fire without saying a word. That's exactly how it happens. You know, I'm not going to give you guys the details of the video. I'm just going to let y'all watch it. Here we go. Let's comment down below. Hey, quarantine has been crazy, and domestic violence was up last year. Like crazy, crazy. But that's still no excuse to be trying to kill your wife and then shooting two officers, you know, that try to protect that lady. You feel me? Respect to these cops, these two cops. You know what I'm saying? Had it not been there, that lady would have been done. And I believe she said the kids were upstairs. They would have been done. You know what I'm saying? So let's watch this video and chop it up in the comment section. Till next time, y'all. Yeah.
One immediately if he comes back, and he'll be arrested. Just tell him you made a, keep that piece of paper, show him. I mean, do you feel safe here, or would you rather go to a domestic violence shelter?
Well, I think the kids say what about my kids, my sister house.
So once you change the locks, even if you call the police, we're going to arrest him, and then then the order of protection will be in effect, and then you have every right to change the locks for your own safety.
So I can change it now?
You can change it now.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I would highly recommend doing that.
So you have to.
Okay. So yeah,
Would you guys want to go in?
we'll go in with you just to make sure he's not here and everything's safe and okay.
Home improvement, all type of stuff.
You said you didn't see his car out front?
No. He's out.
But his access to his firearm the firearm is definitely not in this home.
We have the safe upstairs, so I don't know if it's in here. I don't know if it's upstairs. I don't know where it's at.
Do you have access to the safe?
No.
No.
I don't think it's upstairs.
But you haven't seen the firearm in this house since he's been back?
No.
Since he got it back?
Everything here. He's gonna be back because he got everything. Everything.
Okay. Well, do you want to pack up and go to your sister's now while we're still here?
The kids is in the middle of the school.
Well,
Unless I change the lock.
If you can get a locksmith here within, as soon as possible, that's a good idea. Or going, where does your sister live?
Oh, he's coming. That's him. He's here.
So you haven't seen the firearm in this house since he's been back, since he got it back? Okay. Well, do you want to pack up and go to your sister's now while we're still here?
Well, if you can get a locksmith here within, you know, as soon as possible, that's a good idea. Or going, where does your sister live?
Oh, he's coming after me.
Man now dead who sparked chaos in his home and in the community of Springfield Gardens in Queens. He's a security guard for CUNY, shot and killed by 2 New York cops today, but not before firing at them and wounding them. The officers at the scene to look into a domestic violence case, and that's when it all just exploded. With the new details, here's Eyewitness News reporter Jim Dolan.
Tonight, an NYPD sergeant helped an elderly woman past a grim Springfield Gardens crime scene on a pleasant tree-lined street already decorated for the joy of the season.
It must have been something that made him snap. It got to be something that made him snap.
41-year-old Rondell Goppy, a security guard for the City University of New York, was shot and killed by police today after he used his 2 guns to shoot 2 NYPD officers. The officers were safeguarding Goppy's wife, who claimed to be the victim of domestic violence. They were in the couple's house just a few minutes.
The subject returned to the residence, walks in the door of the residence, and begins shooting at the 2 officers.
The injured officers returned fire and killed Goppy. Neighbors say Goppy's wife went to the police this morning.
And she left this morning to go get the cops, and they're coming back. She called his dad from the precinct and told the dad to come and get the kids because he's gonna be locked up. And he said they're not taking his kids. They're not gonna take, no one is gonna take his kids from him.
Here you have officers who do the Lord's work. They protect survivors of domestic violence. They go into some of the most volatile, difficult situations that you could possibly imagine.
Protecting domestic violence victims is dangerous work. The 2 officers did it anyway.
What would happen if the police officers weren't there? What would happen if we didn't have enough of them to cover all the radio runs? What would happen if a social worker was there and the police officer wasn't?
One police officer was shot in both hands, the other in the thigh. Both officers are recovering. Mr. Goppy had his guns taken away from him by a court some months ago because of a domestic violence accusation. The judge returned those guns some weeks ago.